Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, currently 12:30 in the afternoon. I know what you're thinking, why are we starting so late? Well, your boy used to get that sleep, you know. I do work overnight, so it is tough to get that beauty sleep when you need it. And today was one of those days when I needed it, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I woke up, looked at the time, said, nah, I need more sleep. So I didn't wake up until like 11:45, I think. Jumped in the shower. Here we are. Now we do have our first order here from Fa 7, showing a $7.50 payout. I think it's going 2 miles. There is $1 peak pay going on right now, so it's really $6.50. But you know, can't go wrong for the miles. Makes sense. The food was ready. Another hot day here in the beautiful state of Virginia. Now, if we could do 200 today, I'd be super happy. We did start, you know, relatively late, so I missed basically the early lunch, the middle lunch. So it's gonna be kind of tough, but I think we can do it, you know? As long as the orders are there. Yesterday, the orders were not there. The orders were really far and few in between, so it was kind of tough. But I have a feeling that today's gonna be a little bit busier. Just call it a hunch, you know, my 6 cents. Anyways, we're 3 minutes away from the first drop off. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, good order dropped off from Fa 7. Now we have our next order here from an unlikely restaurant here for lunch. Dunkin' Donuts, but it's showing $7.50 less than 3 miles. I'm sorry, $7.25, which really means it's $6.25 because of the peak pay. Now the peak ends at 1:20, I think, such a random time. I don't really care like that about it. I just gotta make sure that when I get an offer that I gotta put that into account. But because I started so late today, my mentality has to be different. Like I gotta take orders I normally wouldn't take. I don't know if I normally would go to Dunkin' Donuts in the middle of lunch, but this is a good order. Like if it was a bad order, that'd be different. But this is a good order. You know, it's a good order. It's paying a good amount. It could always be more. And the best thing for me that I always look at every single order is the delivery by time. It's within 20 minutes of me getting the order, which means the food should be ready so it can account for the travel time. You do want to get an order, and then when you look at it, it says delivery by 1 and it's 12 or something, you know. But anyways, let me get this picked up, and then we'll see you guys back in the Dashmobile. Alrighty, guys, we got the order picked up here from Dunkin' Donuts. I keep getting a lot of comments about the driver utility app. It is an Android-only app. I think I'm gonna make a video solely on it, since a lot of people have questions. It's a great app. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, if you guys are okay with the ads, you don't gotta pay anything. But if you have the premium, you get so much. You can track your miles. It gives you all this cool like analytics. For me, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I think Android for me is the way to go when it comes to dashing. Because of that app alone, to be honest. It's great. You know, all my screenshots at the end of the videos come from there. You know, it keeps track of how many orders you decline. You really don't think about how much you decline until you see it in a real number. I think we declined, what, 816 last week? Last week alone? That's insane. You know, something you didn't even think about. You know, if you guys have an Android, I highly recommend you try it out, even if it's just for a month. I think it's $10.99 or $9.99 for the Pro. There's different levels. I have the $9.91 a month one, I think. There is one that's, you know, no ads for like $1, I think. Overall, I mean, I recommend it. I'm gonna put the link in the description if you guys want to check it out if you have an Android. But yeah, anyways, let me get this dropped off and we'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty guys, so we got the last order dropped off from Dunkin' Donuts. We made it back here to the Mangiano's parking lot, and we got our next order here from Paul's Bakery. Now, I was kind of surprised when I got the order, but honestly, it's already the slow times. It's 1:20 and we're not getting anything else. So when I saw it, I'm like, you know what? Let's jump on this right away. Why not? It was showing 7:25, so we caught it before the peak ended. Now we're only 7 minutes away, so not too bad. After this, we're gonna be, hopefully, no, we should be in the 20s, which isn't saying a whole lot, but you know, that's what happens when you start late, and that's on me. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the latest order dropped off. It became $9.25 actually, so now we're sitting at $24, and it's a hot one today, guys. It's really hot today. Comment down below where you're at and give me your guys' temperature, because I'm pretty sure there's people that are worse than me, but you know, I can't do the heat. I'm sorry, I wasn't built for this. I hate summer. The only good thing about summer is that it's my birthday. That's basically it for me, and the fact that you can go to the pool, you can go to the beach, all that good stuff. But man, I hate sweating. Unless I want to sweat, like if I'm playing a sport, if I'm working out, that's different. But if I'm just walking, I don't want to be sweating, if that makes any sense. And people that eat outside, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how, it seems like torture. I don't know how people can eat outside. I get it if you have an umbrella, okay, that's fine. But if you're like straight up in the heat with the sun in your face and you're eating, I'm sorry, you're built different. You're kind of some kind of like psychopath or something. I don't know. Anyways, it's currently 1:40. We're making our way back towards the Maggiano's lot. This is the time when I'm hoping and praying we get an order from Bloomingdale's or Macy's. I think this is the time when they usually drop, if I had to guess. But I'm not sure if they have like an exact science or anything. So we'll see. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we're making our way towards the next delivery from Super Chicken, I think. Yeah, Super Chicken, 825, 4 miles. Nothing crazy, but we wanna, we wanna keep the wheels moving today. Because again, we started late, so now I gotta stay as active as possible. If not, it's gonna be a rough day. And I'm trying to make at least $200 today. I think we can do it. I hope we can. I know we had a much slower start than we did yesterday, but yesterday we got lucky with some bangers. And then the order from Bloomingdale's, which I don't think is gonna happen today. I think it would have gotten it by now. So it is what it is. So we still got, we still got time. So we gotta make up the time that we didn't dash. So anyways, let me get this picked up and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, we got the order picked up here from Super Chicken. Had a small issue, so I get there and they have a shelf. The shelf is empty. I'm like, hey, I'm picking up for so-and-so. They all look confused. The guy was like, I think I made that already. Basically, I think someone stole the food. And this is why I think most restaurants stop using the shelves, because of things like this. The shelves here are great because they're so busy that, the cashier is usually the one that helps you. So you don't want to take them away from helping someone that's checking out. You can just grab your food and go. But when people steal the food, eventually they're probably going to be like, well, it doesn't make any sense. I think the only place here that I see them use the shelf is one Chipotle. The other one does not, but one of them does. And that's because it's right in front of the line of sight of the cashier. So I'm pretty sure she could tell someone's taking the food. But anyways, we're 7 minutes away now, or 3 miles. It's currently 2:05. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. Very interesting drop off. The customer said, it's finally nice to see someone that looks like their name. And I was like, what do you mean by that? I was like, what? He's like, I have so many people deliver and it'll be like a female name, like, Kelly. I guess Kelly could be a male name, like Jessica or something. And when he gets to the door, it's like some, 200-pound dude. And I was like, oh, well, some people, I guess you show the people's accounts. And he was like, oh, it doesn't really bother me. Everyone wants to make money, but it's just kind of weird when you're expecting Jessica to pull up and then you get like, someone whose name is clearly not Jessica. And I'm sure that happens a lot. I mean, last time I ordered food on Uber, it was a girl's name, definitely a girl's name, and it was most definitely not a girl who showed up at my house. But again, I don't really care about it enough like that to say anything. Go ahead, lady. Man, these four-way stop intersections, sometimes people just don't know how to drive. But anyways, we're making our way back here towards the Maggiano's. Currently 2:20 in the afternoon. We finally $1 closer to 50 bucks, but still pretty far away. So we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, we just picked up our next set of orders, 4 orders from Macy's. Not the greatest payout, but it's all within the same state, so I don't have to go to Maryland, I don't have to go to DC. $41 for the payout. I think it's going 26 miles, I think. This is more of a cash flow thing. I'm not really worried about the miles, because after this, we're gonna be at in the mid 70s, I think. So, and the best part, I was there right away. There was no line, no waiting or anything. It was perfect. Now, one of them is a big suitcase. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's literally like a suitcase. There's no box or anything. It's just like a suitcase that just grabbed from like the display or whatever. So yeah, so now the first one is 22 minutes away. The best thing about this is that we should be back here within an hour and a half, around 4:30 or so, which is great. Again, I'm just super happy that we don't have to worry about crossing the bridge, going into DC. Speaking of DC, I was trying to put a picture here if I had one, but in the morning when I got out of work, the tire pressure came on my car. I'm like, oh man. So I stopped by the sheets. They have free air. And then I'm looking at all my tires. I'm like, oh, they all look good. They all seem good. One of them, my rear left tire, had a 21 pressure, which typically is supposed to be 32. It's kind of low, right? So I go to, I'm plugging it in, I'm giving it air, and I'm looking for like, there's got to be a nail or something. And what do you know? A gigantic nail is there. But it's holding the air because I put I put water on like where the nail is, and no air is coming out. So I was like, interesting. I was gonna change that tire anyways because it's my oldest one that needs to be replaced. So I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. or maybe Friday. It is holding the pressure. Technically, you don't want to drive it like this long term. I think it'll be okay for a few days, especially because it's holding the pressure in, but it's still annoying. You know, and I know that it must have happened in DC somewhere, because I mean that's the only place that I've gone to that, you know, has like a lot of like construction, all that stuff going on. So it is what it is. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's a hazard for us. We're on the road a lot, so the fact that it doesn't happen more often is crazy, you know. Anyways, we're 23 minutes away from the first drop off. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we got the first order dropped off. Now Arlington, well, I'm in Rosslyn actually, Rosslyn in Arlington, is nowhere near as bad as DC with the parking. Got the first one dropped off, no issues. He was paying $12.75. Now the next one is 5 miles away, but because of traffic and traffic patterns and whatnot, 14 minutes away, no big deal. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got all the orders dropped off. We only had an issue with the third one because I could not get a hold of the customer and I could not get access into the building. The building would not give you access. I was like, hey, can I leave it with the concierge? They're like, we don't do that, none of that stuff. I'm like, okay. So I was calling support when the customer called me back saying, oh, I'm sending somebody down, you know, they'll be right there. But it's really annoying that there's no option to say, hey, I can't hand it to the customer. There's no timer, nothing, literally. I took a screenshot because I was like, am I blind? You know, and even if you hit, there's an issue with the address, it doesn't say, oh, can't hand to the customer or anything. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I was getting pretty irritated. Luckily, of course, they called me back and then we got everything figured out. But yeah. Anyways, now we're sitting at 73.25, not too bad. We have a 17-minute drive back to Tyson's. So we're gonna be there around 4:33, 4:34, which is great. So we're not gonna miss dinner. If anything, we're gonna be there for pre-dinner. And we're basically almost at like $80, so not too bad. Considering what time we started at, I'm pretty content. We'll see you guys back in Tyson's. Alrighty guys, quick little update. It's 5 o'clock and we've been declining and just waiting, getting no orders. Hopefully it gets busy. At this point, if we can do 150, I'd be pretty content with that since it's pretty slow. Anyways, we'll see you guys hopefully soon. Alrighty guys, I just realized that I never recorded when I picked up the order. Well, we just got the order dropped off from Andy's Pizza. It ended up being $8.75. The best order that I've seen in like an hour, literally. We were heading back, and then we got this order from Total Wine. I have not been to Total Wine in forever. First time going to this Total Wine, but the order makes sense. $12.25. I think it was going 3 or 4 miles. It's only 2 items, so how bad could it be, you know? And we're only 4 minutes away from the Total Wine, which is even better. Again, I've never been to this Total Wine, but they're all the same. As long as it tells me, like, you know, the aisles and stuff, no problem. On another note, quick question for you guys. More of a personal question. You guys don't have to answer, but what bank do you guys use? And do you recommend it? As many of you know, and if you're new to the channel, you might not know, but about a month ago, it's been a month, if not more, somebody like hacked into my account. I think they just cloned my card somehow and basically cleaned out my checking account. And Capital One has been less than, what's the proper term? Well, let's just say they haven't really been owning up to their word. Initially, they were like, okay, yeah, we're gonna credit you the amount while we investigate. Still haven't gotten that credit, by the way. Now, I did get an email saying that they were sending me a check in the mail, which makes no sense to me. Why not just put it back into my account, you know? So it looks like we are getting some of that money back. And I say some because it's not all of it. And that's what's really, you know, pissing me off. But anyways, needless to say, I'm probably going to switch banks after all this gets solved. So I'm looking for banks. I mean, obviously, if you guys recommend them, they must be good. And don't tell me Bank of America. I've already had Bank of America. So no Bank of America, no Capital One. I'm cool with internet banks. I mean, I never tried them. So as long as, you know, they're good. Can't be much worse than what I'm going through right now. So anyways, let me get this order picked up here from Total Wine, and we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, we got everything shot for less than 3 minutes. Checkout was super smooth. This Total Wine is a maze. I'm super happy that they tell you exactly where to go, because if not, this would be a nightmare. Now, we only have a 5-minute drive. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off, and of course DoorDash is always changing things, and never things that we want, right? Like, they did the whole new decline screen, everything was great, and then they took it back. Why? Why? So I was fully prepared to scan the lady's barcode, like the back of your ID as a barcode, you know. But nope, it wanted me to take a picture of the front of the ID. So we did that, but the problem was I had no signal. Luckily, it went through, so we got that dropped off. Now we're sitting at $94.25. Pretty good. Basically almost $100. Now it's already 6 o'clock, which really sucks. Meaning we only have an hour and a half left of dashable time before I have to go to work. So realistically, I think if we do 130 bucks, even 125 bucks, I would be like, wow, we did it. We did great. Because today, I get it. It's my fault for starting late, but it's been pretty slow indeed. So again, Macy's kind of came in through clutch with their orders, because I don't think I would have made $41 in an hour and a half otherwise. So yeah, anyways, we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, quick little update. It's 6:45 and we're getting nothing but absolute garbage. I'm waiting for the next best thing. I mean, I'm talking at 6:25, 30 miles. I'll take that. I'm getting nothing even remotely close to that, which really sucks. We're still sitting at $94.25 at this point. We might not even make $100. Who knows? Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, it's 7:18. Okay, so theoretically I should be done with my dash, right? Now at 7:06, 3 minutes or 4 minutes before I was gonna end my dash, we got this order, and I think it's a banger. So we're gonna end with a bang. Now, it's from the Cheesecake Factory, showing $6.25, a bunch of items. I think it's going 3 miles, or maybe a little bit more than 3 miles. Accepted the order. It prompted me to take a photo of my catering bag, which means that the order has a $100 subtotal or higher, right? Now, the pickup time was 7:21. I went inside right away anyways, just in case. So we got the order at 7:15. So, you know, 5-6 minutes early, not too bad. Now we're only 7 minutes away. And I don't know what happened today. I don't know if maybe it's just Wednesday, or I don't know. But extremely slow. Tomorrow, I am probably going to come out earlier than usual, just to try and make up some ground, just in case. Because today, I was expected to make at least 150, you know, bare minimum. But after doing the order from Total Wine, it's just nosedived. So anyways, let me get this dropped off and then we'll go over the numbers. Alrighty guys, we got the last order dropped off. Hopefully you can hear me okay. A lot of road noise, the AC. We're heading towards work. The order ended up being $14.49, I think. So overall, we're gonna finish at $108.74, which honestly isn't saying much. Definitely one of my weakest days in a long time, if not ever. I can't remember the last time I was online for over 7 hours and barely did over $100. So definitely a rough one. All we can do is move on from it. Nothing we can do is going to change the fact that it was slow, you know. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Tomorrow we're going to start bright and early because we got a lot of ground to make up. We'll see you guys on the next one.
My money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, for sure. And make me wanna dribble, you know, riding in my